There's a little tutorial on how to install a graphics card in a computer that has onboard graphics. As you can see here, the monitor cable is plugged directly in the back of the PC and not down in these expansion port areas. Make sure you have everything unplugged from your computer. Make sure the power, everything's unplugged. This is just up here for display purposes. Unplug that from your motherboard in the back. Today I'll be installing this EVGA 8800 GTS graphics card, which for all those people that know EVGA's policies, they rebrand the 8800 GTS to be the 9800 GTX, which is the exact same card. They just changed the label on it, and it's still all the same card. Make sure when you're handling these you don't touch the build strips at the bottom with your fingertips or anything like that. You can hold it like this, but don't hold it like that. First, what you want to do is I use a towel just because it's easier to just something soft to lay the computer on. Lay it flat on its side like that. And you'll most likely need a screwdriver to take off the side panel. Some factory cases like Dell and HP and stuff like that have like special methods to take off the side case. If you've done it before, you know how to do it, obviously. If not, if you're having problems getting the side of the case off, check out Google. I'm sure you'll find something. I always use one of these little cups that you put sauce in restaurants to hold the screws. Just remove the screws and pop off the side panel. And if you look inside this case here, see if I can get the camera close enough to see this. So you can see here, this is the PCI Express slot where the graphics card goes. It'll have this little lock mechanism on the back. To install this graphics card, your graphics card will come with a modular lead that looks like this that you can plug into a PCI, which runs out of the power supply, and that plugs directly into the graphics card. You only need to hook up one side of that. It's just for extension purposes, you know, if you want to hook it up to the second graphics card, if you have cases that will hold a second graphics card. So I always install the wiring first, just because once you get the card in there, it becomes kind of bulky and hard to maneuver around inside the case. And this has some computers, the expansion slots, as you see here. This is like a toolless design where the plastic locks it in there. Some of them have a screw back here. You'll need to take off one of these ports, whichever one lines up to the graphics card slot. Actually, I need to take one of these out for this, so I just pop that up and that piece comes out, and I don't need that anymore. When you're installing the graphics card, make sure it lines up, and there's tabs that you see down here line up with a spot in the bottom of the back of the case. Make sure they actually go in there. If they're bent out for some reason, you'll have problems pushing it down. Basically, you just line everything up with the back of the case. You'll probably see my head in here. Make sure all the connections inside line up. Let me see if I can get over and you can see how the connections here line up with the thing on the bottom. And then you just work it into the slot here. That's what she said. Oh. Work it into the slot, and then the locking tabs here at the back, you just push them down far enough so it locks into the card. Like that. Some of them click, some don't anymore because they're old. And now you've installed the graphics card. Make sure not to forget to hook up the power to the graphics card. The power lead to the graphics card. When you turn your computer on, it'll probably start beeping at you, and you'll be all confused what's going on. I've done it before. Make sure this lines up the right way on the graphics card and snaps in just like that. This is a VGA connector. Obviously you can't plug the wrong connector in there. Your new graphics card will come with a adapter that attaches between DVI and VGA. So you plug the VGA in one of these ways. Make sure you get lined up straight, and tighten this to this first, and then install this into here. It doesn't matter which one you put it in. I always put it in the one on the most outside. Like that. There, you've installed the graphics card.